Africa has always been a land of powerful leaders, both admired and criticized, and in today's world some presidents are shielded like modern pharaohs. The combination of political tension, security threats, and the sheer image of authority has given rise to some of the most heavily guarded men on the continent. In this video, we count down the top 10 most protected African presidents, looking at how far their nations go to secure them. Stay with us till the end because number 1 will absolutely leave you speechless.
Welcome to Africa Rank Zone, let's dive in.
At number 10 we have Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo. His country is rich in resources, but often shaken by political unrest and threats from rebel groups. It is no surprise that he moves with a shield of elite guards, bulletproof vehicles, and a tight circle of intelligence officers. Wherever he goes, streets are cleared and movement is heavily restricted. His security is as much about protecting him as it is about stabilizing a nation with fragile peace. At number 9 is Abdel Fattah el-Sisi of Egypt. Egypt has one of the most organized military establishments in Africa, and el-Sisi himself comes from that background. His protection is layered with multiple checkpoints, armored convoys, and one of the strongest intelligence networks on the continent. The Presidential Guard in Egypt is trained with both local and international methods, ensuring no loophole is left. His appearances in public are rare and carefully calculated, always under the watchful eyes of snipers and undercover agents. In the 8th spot is Emmerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe. Nicknamed the Crocodile, Mnangagwa has lived through assassination attempts and political turmoil. His protective detail is fierce, with motorcades that move like military drills. The vehicles are reinforced, the guards are heavily armed, and surveillance drones are sometimes deployed before his arrival at key locations. The Crocodile's security mirrors his reputation, ruthless and ready for any threat.
Number 7 belongs to William Ruto of Kenya.
Kenya has faced terror threats for years, making presidential protection a top priority. Ruto's security setup involves a special team drawn from the Recce Squad, Kenya's elite counter-terrorism unit. His motorcades stretch long, with heavily armed escorts and specialized medical units always on standby. Whenever he is scheduled to appear in public, the preparations are extensive, and ordinary citizens can wait hours just to see his convoy pass. At number 6 we find Yoweri Museveni of Uganda. Museveni has ruled for decades, and his protection has evolved into something resembling a fortress on wheels. He is rarely seen without his massive Presidential Guard brigade, and his motorcade is legendary for its size and its unpredictability. Sometimes he switches vehicles mid-route to confuse potential attackers, and his inner circle of bodyguards are handpicked and extremely loyal. Museveni's long rule has been partly possible because of this overwhelming shield of protection. At number 5 is Teodoro Obiang Nguema of Equatorial Guinea. As the world's longest-serving president, he has had countless enemies, coups, and threats to his life. His protection is extreme, involving both foreign mercenaries and loyalists trained to kill without hesitation. Armored cars, private aircraft, and naval escorts make him one of the most insulated leaders in Africa. His presence is rarely accessible to ordinary citizens, and even top officials meet him under heavy surveillance. Number 4 is Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa. South Africa has one of the continent's most advanced security systems, and its Presidential Protection Unit is highly skilled. Ramaphosa moves with precision security details that rival Western standards, including armored convoys, helicopters, and extensive intelligence gathering before any public event. His guards are trained not only in physical protection but also in cyber surveillance, ensuring both his body and his communications remain untouchable. At number 3 we have Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Kagame is seen by many as a visionary, but he is also one of the most targeted leaders due to his military past and strong political stance. His security detail is sharp, disciplined, and extremely secretive. Kagame often surprises with his calm presence, but behind that calmness is a web of unseen protection. From advanced surveillance technology to elite bodyguards trained in Israel and Europe, his shield is one of the tightest in Africa. Number 2 is Alassane Ouattara of Côte d'Ivoire. His country has gone through civil wars and periods of political crisis, making his protection critical. Ouattara is surrounded by a blend of local special forces and foreign-trained guards. His convoys are imposing, with layers of security vehicles, motorcycles, and armored trucks. Intelligence officers scan every location before his arrival, and drone surveillance is part of the routine. His security bubble makes sure that no gap is left for surprise threats. And finally, at number 1, the most protected president in Africa today is Mohammed VI of Morocco. Though technically a monarch rather than a traditional president, he stands out as the most guarded African leader. His protection detail is unmatched, blending military precision, intelligence mastery, and enormous wealth. Mohammed VI's convoys include fleets of armored Mercedes and Range Rovers. His residences are fortified palaces, and his movements are often kept secret until the very last minute. His personal guard includes hundreds of elite soldiers, sharpshooters, and even naval units when he is near the coast. With wealth, influence, and a monarchy to preserve, Mohammed VI's security surpasses any other leader on the continent. These leaders represent different parts of Africa, but one thing unites them all: the belief that their safety equals the stability of their nations. While some argue that the resources spent on protecting them could be directed to ordinary citizens, the reality is that in a continent where politics can be unpredictable and threats are constant, the men at the top cannot take chances. And so we end our countdown of the top 10 most protected African presidents. From Tshisekedi in Congo to Mohammed VI in Morocco, the layers of guards, convoys, and surveillance show us just how high the stakes are for leadership in Africa. Whether admired, feared, or criticized, these men live behind a wall of protection most of us can only imagine. Thank you for watching Africa Rank Zone. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content ranking the fascinating sides of Africa. See you in the next video.